Hello and welcome to We Are La Plata County TV. We're here today with La Plata County Clerk and Recorder Tiffany Parker. Tiffany, we have a big election coming up in November, but there are a few things in between. Can you tell us a little bit about what's to come starting in March?
You bet, absolutely. It is a huge year. So the first election is the March 3rd presidential primary election, which will be presidential candidates only. And those ballots will be mailed out the week of February 10th.
Okay. Great. So the presidential primary is new this year, right?
It is.
Okay, so does that mean that we're not going to have precinct caucuses anymore?
You're going to have both. So in 2016, voters passed Proposition 107, which opened up presidential primary elections to actually vote on a mail ballot. So that election will still occur, like I said, on March 3rd. However, precinct caucuses are on March 7th. Okay. So we have both.
So what will occur at the precinct caucuses?
So the Republican and Democratic parties can choose if they're going to have straw polls for certain races, not president, but starting from U.S. Senate down to local races if they choose to. They'll still do their party platforms, decide any kind of resolutions that they want to bring forward. So on that Saturday, which is March 7th, is the caucuses. The Republicans are at 10 a.m. and the Democratic Party is at 2 p.m. And we don't operate those particular caucuses. They're all a party function. So you can go to their website or to my website and to find out those particular locations.
Okay, great. Okay, so we got March covered. So then there's another primary in June. What's going to be on that ballot?
So in the June primary, which is June 30th, that will have all races from the U.S. Senate down to your local county commissioner. Okay. So it will have the Republican ballot and the Democratic ballot. Depending on what affiliation you are, or if you're unaffiliated, and you'll get both those ballots, and you have to select which one you want. Okay. But so they'll still have those particular races.
Okay, great. So if you want to vote in either the presidential primary or the larger primary in June, when do you have to register to vote?
So one great thing about Colorado, we don't have voter registration deadlines. So you can register to vote all the way up until election day and cast a ballot. However, it's really important because it is a primary, so it is party specific. So if you're in an affiliation right now, say you're a registered Democrat and you want to go to the Republican side, you must do that by February 3rd. So you're changing from one party to another. Or if you're a Republican and you want to go to an unaffiliated, again, you need to do that by February 3rd. Okay. Another piece that I wanted to make sure I mentioned on the caucus on a deadline is that if you are going to choose to go to a caucus, you need to be registered with that party by February 14th. Okay. So that's a really important deadline.
So you kind of mentioned this before, but do voters have to have a party affiliation in order to vote in any of these primaries?
They do not anymore. So what will happen for either primary is you will receive, if you're an unaffiliated voter, you will receive a mail ballot packet, and it will have both a Democratic ballot and a Republican. You can only select one of those and return that back to us. If you voted both of them and returned it back, it voids the whole packet. So make sure you only select the one ballot and return it. It does not change your party affiliation. It just gives you that opportunity to vote in that particular party's races.
Okay, great. It's an important distinction. Yeah. So is there anything else that voters need to know as we head into primary season?
Yeah, so if you want to receive your ballot through the mail, you do need to be registered by February 24th. If you miss that deadline, you need to come into a voter service center, and you can either vote in person or get a mail ballot. It's up to you. We also this year are opening a new voter service center up at Fort Lewis College, which is pretty exciting. That will be on March 2nd and 3rd up at the Community Concert Hall. So anybody can go there. It's not just for the college students. It's anybody can go there and vote in person. And what's really exciting also is we have a new 24-hour drop box that's located up there. So right there by the concert hall, anybody can go and drop their ballot off 24/7.
Well, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you all for joining us.
Thank you for having me.